Welcome to the next in the video series for MyCrypto Guru, Safety, Security, and Scams. So personally, I feel as though this is the most important video that you're going to see in anywhere, period. I don't care if you know so much how Bitcoin works or how the blockchain system functions or how to move money, but I do care that you don't get scammed. And I do care that you don't lose your money through some stupid act like storing it on your computer unencrypted or something like that. So just please pay attention to this one. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are decentralized. Decentralization means that no one's in control. And what that means is that if you mess up or someone steals from you, we can't get your money back for you. There's no middle ground on that. We can't get your money back for you. So please pay attention to this and write it down, ask questions, take notes, and come with us and make sure that you fully understand this most important of videos. So, allow me to say again before we start, if you lose your money, that is on you. I cannot have a decentralized system that on one hand you have complete autonomy, and on the other hand, I can get your money back when you screw up. It doesn't exist. Because in order to get your money back, someone else besides you has to have control. So again, if you lose your money, that's it. So when I tell people what I just told you, the first thing they typically say is, well, in that case, I'll just leave my Bitcoins and my money on an exchange I bought them on. Well, that's a bad idea. Because while Bitcoin has never been hacked, several of the exchanges used to buy and sell Bitcoin have been hacked. But if you can't leave your money on an exchange, then what are you left with? Well, you store them yourself. If done properly, and we're going to teach you that, if done properly, storing your coins yourself is the best way to ensure no one takes control of your money. So how do I do it? Well, there's several options, each with their own pros and cons, which again, we're going to go over here. First option, and the simplest and most common wallet you're going to come across, and some people are giving me flack for recommending this, but mobile wallets as a secure location for your coin. But if you do it correctly, they can be just as secure as any other option. Any mobile wallet worth its weight will have two security features you care about, a PIN number and a seed. Now, before we go any further, don't just install any mobile wallet that you find on the store. Don't just go by just the reviews. Come to MyCrypto Guru, and we'll tell you the wallets that we recommend based on the phone that you have. But let's go back. So the PIN number is exactly what you think it is. It's a 4 to 8 digit passcode needed to send your coins to another wallet. Set up a PIN. Don't use your birthday. Don't use the last 4 of your government ID. Don't use the last 4 of your cell phone number. I mean, come on. Let's make an attempt here to at least be somewhat secure. Secondly, make your PIN number at least 6 digits. That'll force you not to use those 4, okay? This PIN number will stop someone from spending your money if you happen to lose your phone. Even if they try several PINs to get to your wallet, and let's say they figured out the 10th one down the line might be the right one, at least you bought yourself enough time so you can take your seed, which we're covering in a second. You can take your seed, recreate your money, and move it somewhere else. So, seeds. Mobile wallets typically have a 12 or 18 word seed. A seed is a series of words that when typed into a wallet that supports that type of encryption scheme, it will recreate your private key and you get your money back. Because remember, your private key is your account. The money's not stored on your phone. The private key is stored on your phone. The private key just allows you access into the Bitcoin network, okay, in order to get to your funds. So seeds, mobile wallets typically have 12 or 18 word seeds you can use to recreate your wallet on another mobile device or certain desktop wallets if they support the same encryption scheme. I like this option on several levels, as one could memorize their seed and then leave no physical trace for someone to steal. I don't like it because human nature is assumed we can remember a whole lot more than we can. So my suggestion is get a CryptoSteal device, cryptosteal.com, etch your seed into a piece of steel and stick it in your safe or what have you. But don't put it on paper. People go, well, I have a fireproof safe. I can put my paper in there, right? Well, no, not really, because fireproof is a misnomer. What people don't understand is the term fireproof, all that safe does is keep the contents under a certain temperature for a certain period of time. If you exceed that period of time, the temperature inside that safe will get high enough for that paper to combust inside that safe. So use something more permanent. Even wood would be a better option, and I know it's flammable, but even wood would be a better option than writing it on a piece of paper. So get your seed, etch it in steel, etch it in stone, etch it in something, stick it in your safe, store it somewhere secure, because if anyone gets a hold of that seed, they have your money. Your seed is your money. Guard it accordingly. Let me stress again, your seed is your money. If I find your seed, I steal your money. The PIN number doesn't matter. PIN number is for the wallet. PIN number is for the program, not the seed that is inside the program. So there's no nuance to it. There's no Andrew might be wrong. Nothing. If I find your seed in a working format, your seed is your money is gone. Guard it accordingly. So the pros of a mobile wallet: it's cheap, they're free, they're easy to use. It stays with you on your mobile device, so you should know right away if your mobile device has been compromised. Now, the cons: there's no way, at least through the wallet app, to encrypt your 12-word seed like you can the wallet.dat file from the desktop models. If someone finds your seed, they steal your money. Now, you could store your seed in your own type of encryption, maybe put them in the wrong order or what have you, but that's kind of a personal decision. But there's no way to encrypt the seed through any wallet app currently available in November of 2017. One of the other, what I put in the con category is, right now, there's not been a situation where a mobile wallet has been compromised by a cellular-based virus. So we're not seeing cell phone viruses steal Bitcoin wallets like we are on desktops, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But it's not impossible. And I would put money down that someone somewhere is developing a virus that will try and steal wallets off of cell phones. So that's a little con there. If you get a virus on your cell phone and down the road, those viruses can steal your wallets. Right now there's not as many phone viruses out there. So we're not dealing with this, but it's definitely on the radar. So the second wallet option to secure your money we're going to talk about is hardware wallets. The reason I talk about them second, mobile wallets I believe are a good solution if done properly, especially when considering the money. Hardware wallets are the best solution, but they cost money. This is what I recommend to my clients every time and what we will set up for you if you purchase through MyCrypto.guru. Treasure and Ledger Nanos are the two we use almost exclusively at MyCrypto.guru. They are, without a doubt, the best way to store your money. Just trust me now when I say this. If you have $1,500 or more in crypto as a store, you need a hardware wallet to store it properly. Now, pros: extremely secure, robust, safe from malware. If you have a virus on your PC or your phone, because like the Treasure, you can plug into both and actually spend money through an app on both those devices, the virus can't affect them. So they're a firewall between your money and the rest of the world. Now, the cons: it's cost, but they run between as cheap as $70, as expensive as $400 for the new Ledger color that's out there. But that's the only con. It's just the cost. Everything about a hardware wallet is significantly better than any other solution you have out there. So again, highly recommend some type of hardware wallet. Now the last option, and I'm going to be very, very clear here. This is not my favorite. This is my least favorite option. You can use an offline wallet, also known as a cold storage, which is basically a desktop wallet that's not connected to the internet. A complete definition of a cold storage is at the bottom of this video, but here's a basic rundown. When a Bitcoin wallet is created, it randomly creates you a private key. This key is not verified against a network unless you're online. More importantly, it doesn't have to be verified on the network in order to work. So one would take a computer that is not on the internet, presumably one you're looking to destroy, and install the Bitcoin wallet on it. This will create you a wallet.dat file on your desktop wallet folder, and this wallet.dat file is your private key. So remember, when I stress don't give anyone your seed, don't let anyone get your wallet.dat file. And now many of you are starting to click why I don't like this option, because 9 times out of 10, you don't know you got a virus on your computer. And there are viruses out there that will look for your wallet.dat file. So I just recommend you don't do this, but if you're hell-bent on it, let's just move forward. So your wallet.dat file is your private key. Do not let anyone get a hold of this or they will get your money. Now, having said that, it's also what you need to back up in order to get your money later. So first, encrypt the wallet file through your Bitcoin Core program. It's going to be part of our tutorial. Pick a password, then save the wallet.dat file to a USB key. Or if you have a lot of money on there or just want to, I never argue with more backups. Use 2 or 3 in case one USB drive fails later. Along with save 1 receiving address. Now, take a hammer to the hard drive, throw it in a fire, destroy it, melt it. Let's say you use a DoD wiping program to erase the wallet.dat file from your PC and store the USB key in a safe place. You have a receiving address for that wallet, so send all your Bitcoin to that receiving address, okay? Wallet doesn't have to be online. Now, remember, when you send money to that address, you're not sending it to the wallet. That's why it doesn't have to be online. You're simply transferring between accounts in the transaction history. So when you want to get your money back out of cold storage, you simply install the Bitcoin program on another machine, copy over the wallet.dat file, let it sync with the network. Now, with the password you set up earlier, you can access your money. I hope you're sitting there after all this going, well, that's an extremely complicated solution, and you are absolutely right. It is an extremely complicated solution, and you are better served by getting a hardware wallet. But if you are absolutely, positively going to go the cheapest route humanly possible and cause yourself an enormous amount of work, well, then I'll teach you about it, I guess. So the pros of this solution is it's cheap. And if it's done right, it can be very secure. But, you got to worry about the USB drive physically and all that. Now, the cons, it's extremely convoluted. It's not a workable solution for someone accessing their money often because every time you have to create a new wallet.dat file, back it up and all that. So that's why it's kind of considered a cold storage moniker if you want a cheap solution for long-term storage of your coin. But remember the fact that it existed. If you put it on a hard drive that you don't plan on destroying, if you put it on a hard drive that is online, well, if you have a virus, that looks for wallet files, it doesn't matter what you send to it, you're not going to be able to access it anyway. The virus is going to steal it. So again, I'll say it again. I do not recommend desktop or paper wallets. They do have their uses. But if you're looking for storage for the long term, please heed my advice and buy a good hardware wallet, or at minimum, get a mobile wallet with a protected seed.